Alright, for anyone joining me today, no, yes, damn it, okay, for anyone joining me today, I have to mess around with my screens here, so I apologize a little bit for that, but I have to adjust them because I have a widescreen monitor, which I use to watch my chat while I do this. I'm Local the Nub. I am currently going to be running some beautiful little dual Draugurs here. They use the cheapest filaments that you could ever wish to use. Tier 5 firestorms, which Tier 5 firestorms run like 2 million apiece, and then you end up pulling out. I did not bring any. And then you end up pulling out about 400 million ish per hour, depending on whether you get a good drop or not. If you get a good drop, that could be even higher. I have to make sure I have some misc here because that's usually something I forget. What am I sitting at? Would like 350, so let's give you 90. Spent it all over the last weekend there. I need to pick up some more. Do have some more available if I need it. Well, I always have Plex too, so oh, there we go, 130. So this is pretty challenging content, but it is fun content. There's no guarantee I'm going to survive, but so far the Draugurs have done very well. I did not put anything about this in my Discord yet, which is something I do need to do. Let's go copy that. And
mercy is the mark of a great man.
Woo!
Oh! Oh! Guess I'm just a good man. Oh! Well, I'm alright.
Let's go here and copy that. Nope. Copy that. There we go. Okay, sent to Discord. People hate angels, and angels is the hardest room for the other fists that I use, so that is a given. Okay, so you need some firestorms. So let's go chaotic. Doesn't even matter if I grab like 25 or 30 of these things. They are so cheap. Alright, and undock you. Rah! How's it going, buddy? Jake Bear is perfect. You should absolutely start playing Baldur's Gate 3, make a druid. Riker, I did not put that up yet. Let me get that up for you. I know what you're looking for. Also know you're looking for me, but still. Let's warp that guy there. Let's go Moodbot. Let's go giveaways. Create. Hashtag Horde. We make fun of you for the draws, but we absolutely appreciate you being here, Riker, so never think we don't. That character, there we go. We're going to grab here. I can largely speak for everyone, I think. Let's reload that, because that charge is getting lower than I meant it to. Okay. Turret tracking, I don't like it, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 256, 217, it's going to hit frigates, so it's not really a huge issue, and this guy's fine. Alright, so we should be good to go for, and also this is tank, this is DPS, so my DPS does have full turret tracking. Let's activate that for fleet, see if I can lose a couple of these guys. Well, I've lost one set so far, but that's been about it. What did I lose it to? Devoted, maybe? And definitely not in tier 5. Let's orbit this at 7,500. Don't see any huge issues with this room. On. Target. On. I think we're good with those. Let's go. You can get those ghosting, and you're going to work on... Oh, right. Okay, good point. This guy's going to work on, not frigates, and this guy's going to work on frigates, because I'm pretty sure I can switch to this for frigates. And keep that for the bigger guys. Unlock you. 36. You went out of range. Get back in range. Fine. Mystic it is. Oh wait, let's try turn that off. Nope, you're out of range still. Mystic it is. I know, right? I mean, to be fair, sometimes I Netflix or whatnot, but I mean, you're probably just watching something while you play Eve. Oh, they switched. Okay, so I do have to kill the ghosting first. Do not have a choice in the matter now. Now what's your range? 28. Oh, you could hit him now. It's been a little bit since I did this, so forgive me a little bit. I have to get used to it again. So 14 for shooting the close by things. You're fine. I see that armor creeping down, but I can just do this and you should be fine. This guy has pyro instead of hard shell, so his does go down a little bit quicker. Don't shoot him. That'll definitely make him go down quicker, which is not the plan. Vedmax are outside of 14, so obviously I can't use a cult on them. Drones are mostly here to kill the biocaches for us. How's it going, Ermin? Shoot that guy. Drones back in. Orbit 1,000. Do I not have... Oh, no, I might have taken that off there for something else. All right. Add right to overview. There we go. I get the feeling, don't worry. I can go off for now. Let's open this thing. 31 million in that one. These don't quite hit as high as some of my other Abyssals do, but the beautiful thing about it is these filaments cost a whole whopping stinking no ISK each to use, so... When you're paying 2 million for filaments, it's very nice. It's very nice. I think 30 is about average per cache in here. That doesn't need to be on anymore. Oh, actually I have that. Do I have that handy? 1 second here, please. Think I put it on here? Okay. There's 2 of them. Give me 1 moment, please. Here is the tanky one. The DPS one is... okay, so that is my T5 tank. That's not exactly what these are. These have been modified a little bit. Where was I going with that? And here's the DPS. Because I do like switching things around a little bit here. That needs to be on. You are out of the blue cloud, which is good to see. Drainer, 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 marker, 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 drainer. Don't like that. Let's orbit this at 1,000. Okay, yeah, we'll try that. Drainer enforcer, drainer pacifier, regroup. Is that pacifier? I think we're fine. I don't think this room's an issue. I don't think I've had a lot of these rooms either, though. Let's definitely throw some remote reps on there. Some medium deviance, so that's not affecting mine or their missiles. I mean, the trade ships should be enough. If you're here just for that, I'm okay with that. Alright, Marshall next for you. Alright, let's orbit this at 1,000 and just see what all these other guys do. Both the newts are on this guy. I don't think Punishers go into T6s all that often. Okay, that guy's down. Okay, there's the newt, so we should be fine. Frigates for you. Frigates for you. Everybody gets frigates. All right, let's see what we have here. 36 million. Mostly I need 0-point condensate to get more Nurgles made. So I think for tier 5s that Nurgles are actually better. However, most people are going to have a much easier time running Draugurs instead. So people will probably prefer Draugurs, not gonna lie, and they run well. They run very well. Not to mention, if again, you can turn 16 million worth of filaments? 8 filaments, yeah, 16 million worth of filaments into 400 million. Yes, please. Okay, we're just going to approach this way for the next room. If I can get 4 done an hour, it should be about 400 million. Oh, look, I'm already on the Abyss Tracker website. Fancy that. Search. Does anyone actually have lists for this? Runs. Tier 5. Fire. Destroyer. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of Draugurs in here. Yeah, largely in around 100 million a run. But there are some nice high spikes on it, too. So 138, 117, 81, 138, 98, 156, 297. That could be a plate or something else. There's Charybdis. This one, oh, and a speed cloud. That's actually not too bad. So we're going to just kind of coast that in. Going to switch to occult and occult. And where are you exactly? You're behind there. Okay. Let's orbit you at 5,000. You follow. Tanglers first. And you kill that lone dissipator first so we don't have to worry about cat. So yeah, I should land in around 400, 500 million per hour. You shouldn't have to worry about that. You're webbed as well. Doing okay so far. And the last 2 entaglers are going down, so I'm going to stop those. Charybdis is shooting you. There we go. And everything should be fairly grand now. So that's interesting, actually. It does have challenges, but so far, all the rooms largely seem easier than Angels. I don't actually consider drone frigs a problem. I think you were talking about having issues with them earlier, but most of the time, what are you killing first in those? Hey, Patine, how you doing, buddy? Oculi. Sorry, I'm too cool for all of you guys now. I have a very good Baldur's Gate 3 video up that has more views than anything I've done Eve. Son of a bitch. I found out something in Baldur's Gate 3, and looking at a whole bunch of stuff, it doesn't look like anyone had ever put 2 and 2 together for it, but I'm like, and it kind of worked. Spark, Blast, Ember, and Spark. No, Spark, Blast. Blast is actually the worst. Whether you realize it or not. We can switch these guys to Mystic. We got a little bit of time here. Spark, Blast, Ember. So that's those. Spark. So, what it is people like bags of holding in D&D. Everything in D&D, oh my god, Oculi is terrible. I love it so much. Everything in D&D, that one of the things that everyone will always want is a bag of holding. Here is something to carry all your stuff. You don't have to worry about weight. And I kind of found something like that. 52 million, not a big drop, but a decent drop there. And it is called a Chest of the Mundane. So what it is here's a box, and 74 people.
Target the Reapers. Target the Reapers. Target everyone. Somebody fire!
These people for you for a little bit here. While I'm not paying attention to something. Oh, that's what I'm not paying attention to. Okay, we're good there. Let's go through there. So that run took 13 minutes. Pretty quick. These smash big ships. It's what they do. That's what Triglavian ships are fantastic at, is murdering the big ones. That was from the Serenity movie, when the Reavers are attacking. Yeah, so I went and put up a thing for Baldur's Gate 3, and it has done very, very well. Better than I expected to be fair. But people are looking for bags of holding. And what I found was not a bag of holding exactly, but it was close enough that people were interested, and I knew they'd be interested in it. So it's the Chest of the Mundane. It's a box. You take a full 50-pound breastplate armor, and you throw it in, and it temporarily turns into a spoon that weighs nothing. And then you take it out, and it turns back into a 50-pound breastplate. Now, don't put all your shit in there. It may have issues. It was actually not built for this. It was a chest you're probably not supposed to pick up. I just picked it up anyway because I'm crazy like that. This is Tier 5 Firestorms. And so for these rooms, you always kill the lances first. I don't care if they're snare casters. I don't care if you think you can kill them. You are shooting the same ones, and that's not going to help me. Always kill the DPS first, because once the DPS are dead, you generally don't have a lot of issues after that. Now you might go, what about the snare casters? If I kill them, they can't catch me as well. And that's a legit concern. I fully understand that. But if you kill the snare casters, one, don't do DPS, and two, they have a smaller signature radius. And what that means is you don't hit them as well. So you can shoot them, but they're not going to die as quick as you would hope they would die. And then you get all of the DPS killing you. I already have half the DPS dead. So I highly recommend killing not the snare casters first, but that's everyone's usual, I should kill this first. Oh no, Tier 5 for this is pretty easy so far. So I built these ones to run them a little bit faster. I made them both a bit more DPS to do that. So I do have a public fit for T5s. This is not currently it, for the simple fact that these are my speedrunners, potentially could go into Tier 6. But they're not what I would recommend to start out at. I mean, to be fair, it's not like I would recommend anyone to start out in Tier 5 Firestorms anyway. Should start in Tier 4, but you get it, I would hope. I don't do so. I dual triple box is all I do. Triple boxing is more my thing. I can hit about 1.4 billion net or 1 billion profit doing triple boxing in T6 Darks. And this can do no solo. Great, I appreciate it.
Sir?
Target the Reapers.
Target the Reapers. Target everyone. Somebody fire!
And now we're going to into the next room. Not the last room. Definitely have more rooms to do. Alright. I wonder if I can adjust that. Where would I adjust that? Alright, I'll see if I can fix that shortly. Tangling, striking, 1 harrowing, 2 ghosting. None of that. Alright, let's go this way to start off here. Ghosting. Because after we kill the ghosting, I can totally do that. You know what? I can probably do that right now as long as I do this. It very much is. You know what? I forget that this is actually my worst room a lot. But it's starving that's usually the issue, not this stuff here. Let me go into... what's that called? Streamlabs? How often I go to Streamlabs? Probably not often enough. Streamlabs. Turn those off, see how things go. Log in. Twitch. Do that automatically for me. Let's orbit this at 1,000. Dashboard. Widgets? No alert boxes. Definitely alert box. Loki is too loud. Throw one of those back on there. Okay, go back because you're clearly not doing what I want you to. Try that again. Okay, cult. So normally I recommend focus firing these guys, but because these are Triglavian ships, you don't really need to. Alright, let's go alert box. We are going to raids. Sound volume, let's drop that to about there. Save settings. Test raid.
Sir? Target the Reapers. Target the Reapers. Target everyone. Somebody fire!
Too loud. All right. 16%. Test raid. I'm not noticing a difference.
Sir? Target the Reapers. Target the Reapers. Target everyone. Somebody fire!
Awesome idea. One moment here. I should still kill things though. Tangling, striking. Okay, one more time. It's test raids through Streamlabs. Okay, I turned the sound off on OBS so it's not pulling that sound in as well. Now how is it? So I think the problem might have actually been that I was double playing it. And that was what was making it so loud for you guys. Because it was playing both through my computer and from OBS. Strange name, but Daddy Deep, thank you for the follow. Let's let's open this up. Shoot that guy, loot 60 million. So this one's up a little more than the last one. Striking and that. We can turn that back on. Turn that off. Woo! I bet I could. Okay, let's do that one. That one. And that'll be about it. So that one is already dying. You can switch back to Mystic. You can switch back to Mystic. Do I want to be going in with Mystic? Huh. Actually, yes. Yes, I do. I just realized why. Call me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Ooh, this is actually fairly terrible for me. However, we'll get there. It's all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 14 is my starting range, and this is terrible for me because of those blue clouds. So orbit 7,500, orbit 7,500. Shoot that. Target him. That's not. Why did I do that? I did not need to do that. That's why I did not need to do that. Drones. 3 and 1 are being shot at. Recon, how you doing, buddy? Two is being shot at. This is not being shot at. We can switch back in a minute. These things are expensive. You're not wrong. But I do like the fact that they just run so cheap. Like, the upkeep to running tier 5s is a lot less. God damn it, let me have cap for half a moment. They're staggering their newts and it sucks. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Tank does not seem to be an issue, just cap. Just chewing through my cap boosters here. He's so close to dead. Okay, orbit that guy at 5,000. Orbit that guy at 1,000. You were so far away. Okay, orbit 2 at 5, and you can start shooting that one. Almost. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Those would be, well, those would be rooms to see. So are you talking about the oh, let me just catch up here because I did not pay attention to some of these. I mean, bleeding eardrums means that things. No, anyway. Angel Sancha, and so drone BCs are actually super easy for the simple fact that these guys have, with Mystic, a 36 kilometer range. So it's easy to stay out of the range. So you're going after 1, you're going to go after 3 at 5,000. can switch to your other ammo. We're going to bring drones back in just because they don't actually need them out. Now keep in mind, there's always that learning curve. The hard room for me is heavy starving Vedmax because of the newts. And the biggest thing I have to do is remember to restock cap boosters every time, which I don't think I did last time. I definitely need to remember that. Although that's more of a tier 6 thing than a tier 5 thing, but still. After rooms like this, it's very important. Okay, approach there, approach there. This guy's going to take like 2 hits. You apparently don't have your rep on. Mystic, Mystic, and Earth. Jackdaws are... how cheap they are is super nice. Like, you can get 3 Jackdaws for the price of one of these guys. $36, right. Now, of course, and actually, to be fair, I didn't bring any, and I should have. But you can absolutely use event boosters as well, which every little bit helps. So, like I was saying, this one is not my normal tank fit. I've adjusted it for reasons. I'm not telling you how I adjusted it, but I did. And so it was so I could throw on another C-type energy or energized. Or no, it's not. I already had that. So I could take off a small armor rep and throw on an entropic. So I made it beefier for the tank. But in doing that, it's less. I really shouldn't run tier 6s with these. They probably still could, but I should not. Stack that. Now for these, I find it easier to go through and be like, here's the stuff that's Abyssal, and move it over, where for Hawks, I do it the other way. Disintegrator, survey that. 142 in about 15 minutes. So here's the thing. The ones that I have there for tier 5s, they run tier 5s. I have provided you a tier 5 fit. There's lots of things that you can adjust in lots of ways to make it run a little bit better. And if you're comfortable doing that, then by all means do that. But if you're not comfortable doing that, just use the fit I gave you and forget to bring in boosters and cry a little bit on the inside. Alright, who will speak glad? Okay, dissipators. Oh, we don't actually have any webs in here. Obfuscators, we don't care so much about. Dissipator. We do care about that confuser, though. Alright. Cryptus hit it? Yes, it did. God damn it. CCP. That should not be your question right now. But yes. Somebody else has noticed, right? Like, I'm not the only one that's noticed. They should not do tier 4s. Two frigates can do tier 3, but generally not tier 4s. Okay, turn that off. There we go. Anna's here. Why do I have magnetar wormhole effects? Speed clouds. Right there. Normally I'd use a cult, but they're speed clouds. And actually, this guy's killing a fieldies. Because bug. I don't know if it's actually taking effect though. $63. So no, it is. It is. Okay, so you just started shooting and you have 180, and you have, oh no, you have about the same. Worse, I think of the negatives and not the positives. Transfer conduit. Although I can't tell from tracking because I have minus tracking on there too. Okay, Ember Lance first. Or by turret, it does not include mine, which is just garbage that didn't have that. Okay, some extra reps on this guy. ID Zeal, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Stop shooting yourself. Stop shooting yourself. Alright. Should be better now that I'm not actually shooting myself. Okay, let's approach that. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. These are dual Draugurs and T5 firestorms. Two Sneezes can absolutely run the Abyss, just not very high in it. I am dual boxing, yes. Open that, 22. Don't think I actually looted the box in the last room. God damn it. That would be pretty upsetting. What was going wrong with it? Kind of curious what your fit was. Snarecaster. Darthanet, you have yourself a wonderful evening. I will definitely have more luck, especially if I actually loot the loot. Not that one, that one. There we go. Last gaze dimmer. We should be good there. Am I shooting myself again? Nope. Okay. Valid question, though. This guy's gonna be a couple seconds yet. So here's the thing: is there's a huge difference between these guys and those guys, and the huge difference is the other ones don't do as much DPS, and these I have to double check that actually. Okay, so you can do the micro jump. Can you do the other one? Or is the micro jump the one that also jumps other people? Alright, so we have a drainer. Oh, what the hell is this? This is kind of delightful in a terrible way. Let's go here. I lied. Alright, we're still killing the drainer first up. Then we're working our way up those. This should be terrible. I love it. Let's see if we end up in that cloud or not. Put one rep on you. The other command ships don't seem to have quite the same amount of DPS as what these guys can get up to, so I'm not 100% sure that they would work so well. I have looked at them, but their DPS output is just pretty low. Okay, Stormbringer. Oh, shit. I made mistakes. Okay, if I get out of here, which is a big if right now, I might live. Come on. A little bit more, buds. Alright. And that's what I get for screwing around. 1, 2. One. Okay, so we need to be within that, but we don't want to be in that cloud. I mean, to be fair, that's 100% my fault. Alright, leave that on. It's fine as long as we're not in that blue cloud. And there's that edge of that blue cloud. Now the other thing is they're shooting this guy, so we're going to orbit these separately. 15. And 15. I think we do have to go in a little bit. I don't think we have a choice in that matter. And we also did get rid of that guy, so that should help. This may just require doing a... you know what? Let's overheat. Seems like the better plan here. I mean, it was mostly a Loki wasn't paying enough attention spicy Draug moment, but yes. Yes, you did. Okay, we got one down. We should be fine. If we orbit this guy at 15. Or at least 10. I know, right? It's not paying attention that's going to kill you. I promise you that. I mean, look, this guy almost died, and I haven't even shot him, I don't think. Maybe? I definitely didn't shoot that Marshal. Also, the Jackdaw and just works, and absolutely the Confessor just has a lot of issues. I tried to get the Confessor to work. I couldn't really get it into anything higher than tier 4. I should throw structure reps or something on you. Turn those off. Pop that. You approach there. You're going to go over towards this thing. I mean, at that point in time, cap wasn't a huge concern. How shall we go on that? 16 minutes, we're good. This will end well. This may not end well, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. $116 million there. Grab it, large plate. Yeah. And a Catadark. Okay, so I've got a couple fits. This is the fit I don't recommend, but that's because I messed around with it. Here is the tank that I recommend, and here is the DPS that I recommend. Open fleet. Let's go over here. Stack these. That. This 139. I don't want to talk about it. It should have actually been higher. I missed a cache. Missing all kinds of things. All right, 12 there. So this is the biggest thing I have to do is remember to put these damn things back in there. Is probably my biggest problem. 12 in there. And I mean, maybe the fact that I'm a filthy casual and I'm just going to go back in. If anyone was curious how spicy that was. So here's the thing, Slight Spider. At higher tiers of Abyss, for... Oh, goddamn it. Starving... goddamn, of course there are. It's a billion of the damn things. For higher tiers of the Abyss... One moment, please. That, approach. That. You tend to take a lot more DPS. And... it's really important to mitigate that DPS as best you can. And one of your characters is going to have to tank everything. Meaning that no matter how hard you try, for at least usually about 30 seconds, this guy, my guy who moves first, is going to take everything shooting at him. So the issue with that is that he has to be able to tank more because of it. Now, this is not my normal fit, but that's my recommended fit for this. This guy is currently running hard shell because he needs the hard shell. But yeah, my rigs intrigue you. I didn't think I had anything special for rigs. Yeah, so my reps more is all the rig is about. So the reason I don't use the reactive is because the reactive on a destroyer eats up a lot of cap. This is the staging room. So this is the big loop pinata. Let's turn that on. And I'm just dragging them away from my big loop pinata so that I can sneak around and grab it. Big loop pinata. So again, like same with this thing. Let's not die. I'm not dying, am I? Okay, not quite. Same with this thing here. If we take a quick look at the gate. This gate is open, despite the fact that there's enemies in here. Implants are pretty cheap too. The implants are 0.3 gunnery and 203 cap. The issue here is going to be the starving, so I'm definitely going to be popping a lot of cap boosters in a minute, trying to get around them. I've never tried it because most of the time, if you were to MJD anywhere, you're going to MJD right into the outside of the abyss and probably die. Okay, let's get reps on you. Kind of concerned right now. These things would help significantly. Okay. Ascleps are very useful, of course. Give me one moment. This is a very heavy new room. But even if I kill one starving, it'll make a difference. Actually, all the other starving are pretty far away. Okay, orbit of 1,000, open loot. 71. Okay, turn that on, turn that on, turn that on, turn that on. Reps on you. That was probably one of the worst I've ever seen. I mean, still pays for the filaments, right? And I did get one of those starving down. Okay, so starving are a little further out of range. Should be able to turn those off. I think we're fine. Oh, you can run them. Nice. Okay, approach there. Approach there. Activating it right now wouldn't be a terrible idea, but I want to make sure both look like they're going to hit it. The newt rooms are 100% the bigger problem, and not like the angel rooms. The angel rooms aren't quite strong enough newts. The Vedmak is actually a bad one for me. Vedmak and Devoted, I think, are the worst rooms. But we still pulled 75 out in under 7 minutes. So let's stock up right quick, get some repairs in, redo everything. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so this guy has, just for your information, so that worked out to about 470 in an hour. And actually, we still have 7 minutes left of that hour. So 53 minutes, 470 million. You know what would be also fairly easy for me to do? For me to take that and throw that stuff into a different bay, because it does not take up that much space, and then be able to track my stuff again. And oh, you need more risk. Give 25, 23, 46. There we go. Repair all. Yep. Structure damage. Anyway, we're good there. MJD. No, there's micro jump drives. Now let me. God damn it! 1 sec. Okay, so the one you're talking about. Let's go. Is the medium micro jump drive. And that can be fitted to flag cruisers, combat battle cruisers, command ships, attack battle cruisers, deep space transports. Medium micro jump drive. All right. There's also the. No, it's a different one. This is a micro, whatever the hell it is. Medium micro? No. That's the one we were looking at. What's the other one called? Micro jump field. Not jump drive, jump field. Sergeant, by all means, I shall talk to you later. You have yourself a wonderful time. Micro jump field generator. And that's fit to command destroyers specifically. And it jumps up to 25 ships 100 kilometers away. So, for example, if you're controlling wormholes, these things are great for that. Because they'll jump, somebody trying to stay on a wormhole, you can jump off of it and then you can screw around with the wormhole. So let's grab that. 71 over to this dude here. Jimmy Jabba, how you doing? Okay, and that looks good there. What do we got for Mystic and Occult? I'm happy with those numbers. You guys definitely both need more of those, though. So we want more 400s. Let's throw 10. Looks good there. And that's the thing. These things are starved for cap boosters. So every chance you get, please restock cap boosters. Because I still have a moment before my boosters are worn off, I'm going to take a few minute break, and I shall be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to leave a little draw for you guys as well. If you haven't already, hashtag Horde, please get in on that draw. Let's create another giveaway. Hashtag hourly. Create. Announce. Back. There you guys go. I want to keep that one up. That'll be for 100 million ISK, and I will be back in a minute for... And where's my face on this damn thing? Yeah, that's fine. And for anyone wondering what the Horde draw is at the end of the night, it is this thing here. Realize I'm short on ISK, but I still have 5,300? 5,800 plex to cover the cost of that draw if somebody wins the jackpot. So, I'll be back in a minute. Enter that hourly, and I'm going to leave you with a quick ad. It'll be 2 minutes. Share stream, woo! Remind me later. Share stream, woo! Alright, I have returned. Ooh, coffee. Ooh, good, boosters were off. Oh, okay, they didn't wear off, they have 30 seconds left. Let's see if I have this stupid thing yet. Lots of cat boosters, that looks good. Alright. Let's do that. So our goal is to get 4 runs in an hour. That's what I've adjusted these to do, and it looks like it's going to do fine. You're good on everything there. You're good on everything there, so good rolls on both of those. Let's just approach here for a minute and activate for fleet. That, and nope, that. Oh, I have to do that hourly. One moment, please. MoveBot. Close, announce, draw, announce. Call me. Congratulations, you have won. Smisk. IGS paste. What do we have? Benthek. Nobody loves you, Benthek. It's an odd, weird, very capitalized name. I'll take it. Okay, let's go over here. And those there. Snarecaster. What? No snarecasters. That's kind of weird. Alright, I have a couple options to try to get rid of that later, and otherwise I'm going to have to put a ticket in. This should not be here. I'm not going to the wormhole to try to get rid of it. That seems excessive. Orbit this guy at 15. Orbit this guy at 15. Do you have concerns about blue clouds? I very much am Kanacha. Thank you for noticing. That guy there. Okay. And now we can just focus on the Benthic and call it a day. Oh, I didn't do that. Fleet, paste, autolink character, give 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there you go. Enjoy. That's all you need to do. You just need to enter that. I can archive that draw and we're good. So this is kind of the room where this thing shines. Benthic takes most of my other fits, the Jackdaws, except the Nurgles. The Jackdaws, the Hawks, it takes them quite a while to burn through this guy. These guys stack up quite a bit of DPS. They are up to 360 plus 400, so 750 DPS, and they're still going up. I think they end up hitting around 1400 DPS at max. Which is, and the application is significantly better than what you'll get on any cruiser or most other ships. And it's at least as good as Nurgles or Hawks or whatnot anyway, so. Okay, he's currently shooting this guy. It's just important to pay attention to, just in case. Synasis should be able to do T0 fine. But Synasis is... It's definitely not a bad ship. I love the Synasis, in fact, but there's definitely cheaper ships that you can probably use, like an Algos, that if you have at least 3 skill in Galente Destroyer, you should be fine with. If you were not into it yet, the Abyssal Lurkers chat has all kinds of resources. for brand new players. And Caldari Jones, if Caldari Jones is currently in here. Caldari, he's not. But Caldari Jones is fantastic and has a lot more patience than most people that I know. And you should definitely listen to everything he says. I don't have to, because I'm very, very... most people listen to me is usually what it is. Just saying. I think... No. I'm pretty sure that Tier 0 is 100, and Tier 1 is 150. Thought you just needed 100 to get past... Oh, what the hell's it called? Devoted? If you're in a Stasis, you should have at least 150 DPS. Does not take a lot. One of the nice things about Stasis, and also, if you're flying a Stasis, you want to be able to use drones, 100%. And if you're using drones, you want Tier 5 drones, level 5 drones, 30 million there. And you want drone interfacing 3, even is it 2? How high does drone interfacing go on alphas? 2 or 3? Either way, you want whatever it is. Otherwise, you should not be in the Abyss. Tier 2 drones, drone interfacing, level 5 drones. All of those things you want. And you can get them as a Day 0 alpha. You definitely have to be careful with your skill points, but I made a Tier 0 Algos that does very well. As in, I've tried to kill it doing the most reasonably stupid things that I could, and it would not die. Alright, so Heralds. And no lookouts, so we're good there. Lookouts are less of an issue for these guys. Let's orbit this at 30. Bring this guy along. Reps on Nub. Heralds must die. Might have to get closer for the Heralds. They're still getting closer to me. Not quite. There we go. Game on. Tristans are terrible for the Abyss. So I love the Tristan for some things. Some things I don't love about the Tristan is the fact that it does not have any form of damage bonus, which instantly makes it less useful of a ship for a lot of things. Okay, Devoted Knights now have to die, and we're going to focus fire them. Kind of concerned. Quite concerned. Extremely concerned. I'm overheating weapons concerned. What is hitting you hardest? We'll see how much that improves things. We killed one. $40, $30, okay. Smith, Hunter. Oh, I killed the first one and I flew out of range. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, they play with those every once in a while. So there's a small what's hitting? Is it that thing hitting you? Oh, you're being hit. Okay, cool. Devoted Knight. Okay. 40, 40, 30, 30, 70. Oh, I don't even have that on. I actually don't want to kill the knight just yet. This may sound weird, but this guy was taking a bit of damage, and I need to see what was doing it. They switch back to you. 105 hits. 120 hits. Damn it. So the frigates are hitting for what, like 40 each? The knight could hit for 120, but that 130. There we go, 400. Yeah. The knight is definitely the problem there. But why were you doing so much better for tanking it? Oh, it's probably because you were a little bit more range. I might have to do that individually, or put this guy a little further back. Like 30, 35, or 35, or 30, 40, or something like that. Or just might have to be more manual piloting and screwing around. Loot that. 50 million there. Approach there. Reload. Reload. So that was a legit challenging room as opposed to a... what you call it? Oh, okay. The Skybreaker is the issue. But the Skybreaker is also going to kill your drones, right? Did you have missiles on top of that at all, or no? Because realistically, Snasis should be able to get pretty high. Deep Watchers, okay. So you approach here. 1, 2, 3. Orbit that. There's medium range deviant wear. Is that behind us? Yes, it is. Target. Target. Drones. Drones. They're going to take a smidgen of damage as we go in. Occult. Occult. 2, 3. 2, 3. You go for 1 at 1,000. You open loot. 54. You go for 2 at 1,000 and shoot. We'll see how that goes. So the nice thing about this one is you absolutely hit your max DPS. Now be aware, I haven't died to a gank yet with these. However, people are trying to gank these on me. They just haven't managed to do it yet. I expect at some point in time they may be successful. We'll find out. They have not been so far, though. However, I have a few aces up my sleeve for it. Okay, so this guy is ramped up to 606, and this guy is up to 650, and still going. So, one second here. Lom Lalai, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I made a fit one time. Is it you that has it or him? It is this thing. So this is a very, 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 very simplistic, obviously. You're shooting 2. Algo's 5th. There's really nothing to it. Give me 1 sec here. I just want to see what my damage is at. 631 and 664. So I have the negatives of this goddamn thing and not the positives, as far as I can tell. Oh wait, we're looking at this. Okay, cool. Orbit this thing at 1,000 and shoot that. So this is very simplistic Synesis, or not Synesis, sorry, Algos. The idea of it is you dump as many skill points as you can. What happened there? Oh, you were orbiting one. God damn it. Drones on 2. Is that you put all of your points into tier 2 drones. You might have to use like a little bit of skills past that. I'm talking like a small skill injector or a couple days of training. You are not shooting 3, and you are not shooting 3. There we go. But more or less, this thing, with a micro warp drive, all you do is you approach the cache, send your drones out, and kill things. And this is made for, specifically, I don't have that out. Damn it, 1 sec. For gammas. And I tried as hard as I could to lose this thing. It's 10 million ISK. It's not much of anything, but it works fine. Drones in. And all of these things are used by pretty well any ship. Like, the biggest thing you want is, and the EMPS is just for shooting the cache, which I never really bothered with, but I put it in there anyway. And it blasted through gammas and had absolutely no issues. Contempo with a rate of 62 people. How are you tonight, good sir? If you do not follow Contempo, you should. Something username at Contempo. Mostly just because I watch him and that's about it. I'm a filthy casual anyway. Approach there. He picked the content for tonight. It's all his fault. I'll switch this over to Mystic. And Mystic, you have more, right? Okay. There's that one. That one took a little bit longer than I liked by about a minute. It was the first room. However, we are fine. Approach there, open that. And let's stack this stuff here. That. And those, that thing. That look about right. 132 million in 16 minutes. Cap boosters? No, we're good. Good old Nigel coming to visit my stream. Thank you, Nigel. We all appreciate you. Nigel's Contempo's duck. Rubber duck, in fact. They're doing fantastic. These things are amazing. So this one could be a problem, except that it does not have any starving. So it is in no way a problem, and it is fantastic instead. They came a little close twice. Once because I was being silly, and the other time because I'm not 100% sure, and that worries me. Okay, let's switch this to occult. Occult, let's go 1-2 on the tangling. They'll have to die first. Let's throw an extra repper on there until we get closer. 1 for you, 2 for you. I should be able to kill them fine. That should work all right. Okay. Orbit you at 7,500, and you can start shooting. And 7,500, and you can start shooting. We should be good there. Why? How high are they? We need more people out scouting sites then. 1 and 2. Rock, now, how you doing, buddy? That guy at 1,000, this guy at 1,000. Actually, so you know what I'm surprised has gone up in price? It's not what I normally expect to. I typically expect the cost of my filaments to go up. However, what recently went up is the cost of the shield boosters for my Hawkfets. Somebody I think bought them all out and they went up to like 300 million. They've just dropped back down to like 230. So they've got a bit to go yet, and they're quite expensive at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're on 3, okay. So you go 1, 2, and you go A. I'm doing fantastic, thank you for asking. Baldur's Gate 3 is quite fun. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I'm something like 40 hours in, and I don't feel like I've scratched the surface of it yet. Like, I think there's a lot more for me to do yet. So we'll see on that. Orbit that guy at 1,000. It's ruining games for me just because it's so good. Okay, maybe not quite that bad, but it is a fantastic game. I mean, I definitely switched my stream time a little bit too, so that makes a difference. By a dragonfly, like a dragonfly drone, an actual in real life dragonfly, you need to be more specific. Ro Ninja, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. In real life dragonfly, okay. Be nice to it. They kill pests for us. Why are you approaching it? Okay, orbit that one. And orbit that one. Oh no! Ugh, so much. I love dragonflies. No. They killed dinosaurs. That's why the dinosaurs are all dead. You don't have anything to worry about. If you have not already, please enter the hashtag Horde Draw for the end of the night. You do not have to be here to win it. Contempo gave me a little bit of a shout out earlier for that because he knows I do that and he understands why I do that. Okay, so I generally don't like being this far away from the cache when the last guy's dead, but you don't have a ton of options in here for it. Nope. Here's the thing. I know you guys have to go to sleep and you have things to do. It is absolutely fun for you to be here, but if I have to, I will ask chat to give me a number for your draw, because it's a dwindling deck of magic cards, and it doesn't go back up until somebody wins. And the next time it goes up, we're gonna have some fun, because I'm gonna start off at 5 billion, and I'm going to increase it significantly as we go. Actually, maybe we'll start off as Plex. What's 5 billion Plex? It's about, not quite, but in around 1,000, a little less than 1,000. We'll start her off at 1,000 Plex for the next run. But I want to be able to increase that Plex amount. 31 million there. Yeah, but you know what? People have lives and kids and stuff like that. I want them to be able to go do those things and not have to worry about sitting here for a stream and me drawing at a particular time. You can do that for the hourlies. That's fine. My big draw at the end of the night, I want you all to be able to enter it. How long did that one take? Not 6 minutes, so we're doing good. Oh, hey, I haven't seen you tonight. We can go around these fine, so let's go around that at 2,500. No webs, or no webs. Lots of webs, but no newts. Let's slow you down, which may be a bad idea, but we'll find out real quick. Target him. Occult, and occult. Okay, you blasted out of range because you hit a speedy thing. Your web, so you should be able to catch up pretty good. There you go. I know, right? Okay, Entangler. We want this guy targeted because if they all switch, it's going to hurt a little bit, but they generally don't all switch. So the reason this guy's the tank is right now, up until these guys start switching targets a little bit, he's tanking everything. And most of these rooms, they don't all switch. But even if they do switch, I've killed some things. So he doesn't need quite as much tank because he's never going to tank as much as this guy does. And that's why I have a tank and a DPS. The tank has... one sec here. Yep, we're good. The tank has the boost and a remote rep. The DPS has 2 remote reps for the tank. Okay. I think you're going to be fine. Everything's still mostly shooting him, and there's enough of them dead it shouldn't matter. Okay, let's target this guy. And grab loot, which is 66 million. Grab it small. Nope. Unstable gyro. There we go. So, every opportunity you have to use the occult ammo, you're going to do more damage. So, please use those opportunities. You're not going to be able to do it for every room. Some things are going to interfere with it. Speed clouds, sometimes speed clouds. But other than that, you should largely be fine with it. Sometimes just NPCs being a pain in the ass. Oh, these guys hate speed clouds. Everything hates speed clouds. Nobody likes speed clouds. The thing about these guys, they have to chase things because things like Charybdis and whatnot run away. So speed clouds definitely come into play a bit more than with Hawks, which just avoid them. Hawks and Jackdaws just fly around speed clouds. They don't really care. But these guys, they have to use or abuse or be abused by them. It's one of the two. Alright, let's switch you to Mystic. Alright, Lances. Looks like they're starting off in that. Medium Deviant here. Yeah, we're just going to stay around this thing. Thank you. And kill all the Blast Lances. Woohoo, food. Okay, these things don't really apply to the whole use occult ammo because they die pretty quick anyway. You know what? These guys probably would have gotten to range quicker. go. Approach there. Okay, so most of the blast lines are dead. I'm going to take out the snare casters just because they're impeding my ability to get to that cache quicker. And we're going to clean up and head over. The tower still took out a bit of shields, which for these guys, they're more shield tanked. So they'll die pretty quick. Okay, you can approach the origin. Made pretty good time on this one. 91 million there. What do we get? Cat Electric. That'll do it. And exotic. That's the thing. Like, in comparison to Hawks, something like that's a jackpot for these guys still. 1330. Approach there. Approach there. Open fleet hangar. What do we pull out? Stack that. You, that. This one's a pretty good one. Nope. 187 million in 13 and a half minutes. Again, using the cheapest filaments possible. It's the beauty of running firestorms. You're paying, here's 4 million to get in. Do you know how much you pay for jackdaws to get into tier 5s? 30 million a pop. Do you know how much you pay for jackdaws to get into tier 6s? 105 million a pop. Like, or sorry, 70. It's times 2, not 3. Hawks are even more. Okay, this is terrible. Ooh, maybe not as bad as I thought. Still not my favorite. 2 tangling. So we're going to kill these tangling first. Yes. Because they're going to zoom in pretty quick. We'll ditch the drones out first as well. Because every little bit helps. These starving are the worst thing. So it's a mix of 2 things. It's also so that I can switch ships. And 1 moment, please. And by switching ships, they're now shooting a ship that I don't care that it gets ganked. So I can go and I can swap over to a tanky caracal. And now they're killing a tanky caracal instead of this ship. And you can do that in combat. Okay, killing starving 1. We're doing alright so far. Drones are not dying. That was a concern. Okay. Extra reps on this guy. That might make them switch targets, though, which is concerning. Although, the bigger concern is these guys nuding me out, which they have not been doing yet, so we're alright. Got lots of overheat and lots of things I can do. It's running out of cap that's the bigger issue. People have bailed on ganking these because I had my Orca back on grid. So what they did was they bumped my Orca, but they bumped it towards the Celestial. So when it came time for them to try shoot me, well, actually, no, not even. It was fine. So Jackdaws are absolutely still viable. They work perfectly fine. These are another option. These are more expensive to run. The filaments are cheaper. Where was I going? Orca. Alright, so they bumped my Orca. I was able to warp it off. And they bailed on ganking me because all I did was align the Orca back. And then when I came out of the wormhole, the Orca was already in warp. So if they tried to kill me, all that was going to happen was I'd switch ships. They'd be shooting not these guys. And I would have a whole bunch of kill marks for stuff that they didn't want me to have kill marks for. They've shot my Hawks before, and I ended up selling the kill marks for more than the Hawks cost. And they only got one of the Hawks. Also, I have 2 other aces up my sleeve. Oh, Cax, how are you doing this fine evening? Drones in before I forget the little bastards. You can approach the transfer gate. You're going for this. This worked out to be a pretty quick room. 44 million, that's a little above average. 30. I'm usually happy with about 30. Especially happy with more than 30, but I'm minimally happy with 30. Harrowing and tangling. Alright, so let's orbit this at 1,000. You can switch to occult. Nope, I lied. You're going to go mystic. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. This is a weird way of doing it. I should not do it that way. 3, 4. There we go. And target you. And reps on you just in case. I don't think these guys do enough damage that I really care, but let's be on the safe side. And these, I'm pretty sure, are all taking damage from this thing at this point anyway. Yes, they are. Yep. He's not far away, but he's going around the gate instead. So these guys are dying off to the medium tower, which lets me get a couple more reps in, which means they're doing less damage. Two cruisers are dead. I can turn off the extra reps. Should be all right. Kick out a bunch more drones, but a bunch of them are already dead. You guys saw nothing. Okay, this has how much? 71. That's beautiful medium armor plate. It's not worth a ton, but it's worth something, and that will help. That's what I like about these is it's the cheapest, highest paying filament there is. There's valid reasons why people don't like them, and I get it. I 100% get it. They're much harder filaments than other ones. However, when you can turn 16 million worth of filaments into 500 million worth of loot, it's not a bad day. Okay, so we're going to the last room, and we have 12 minutes left, essentially. Harrowing, tangling, 1 starving. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We are going to coast away from that a little bit. That is now in range, so let's go orbit 1,000, regroup, shoot that guy, shoot that guy. We don't have any of that, so let's launch drones. Drones, drones, reps. Ow. This could be problematic, but we'll see. I don't think it is. And let's stack those properly. A little bit more, a little bit more. Should be good. Okay. You got neuted before he went down. That's alright. Vedmax have not switched to him yet, so he's taking the most damage. Once they switch, he's going to drop DPS. Or sorry. Once they switch, they're going to drop their DPS when they start shooting him, if they start shooting him, which they did. So he's taking less damage there now. Oh man, I love Vedmax. They're fantastic. Ooh, that's always a good time. My favorite was when in 2 days, I turned snowballs into 1.5 billion-esque. Just station trading. I will buy your snowballs for 1,000, and I will sell them on the market for 2,000. Oh look, 1.5 billion-esque. That was when 1.5 billion was worth a little bit more too. 47 million there. It's kind of a weird looking amount, but that's alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay, those do not look threatening. He's taking a little bit of damage, but I'm not super concerned about it. That's why I'm not super concerned about it. Let's go occult and occult. And we should be able to just free fire these guys. So, in non-Triglavian ships, I recommend that... Oh, you built a Marshal, eh? Well, the BPC is a different story there then. In non-Triglavian ships, I recommend you shoot the same target for Triglavians. So, for example, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and A, and that's how you're going to pick which one both of these guys fire at. These are ramping Kikis. Kikis don't need that. So you can free fire them. Every time you shoot, your damage goes up. And it goes up fast enough that their reps at this point do not matter. I did focus fire all the Vedmax down so that I was taking less damage. But you don't have to do that with the Damvex. Marshall. It's like saying mining's free. Still costs time. Or Abyssal loot's free. Still costs time. Everything in Eve is free. You can either use your credit card to get ISK, or you can use your time to get ISK. It is your choice. Mystic, Mystic, and Origin. Me, I just make enough that I can flex my accounts and not worry about it. Okay, so we're going to approach there. We still have 15 minutes left, which is fantastic. I like to get about 4 done in an hour. Let's stack this. 1, 2... Nope, wrong way, wrong way. That. 161 million. Pop that over there. I figure it's probably about 400 million ISK average-ish, but there's also quite a few things that can bump that higher. One of them obviously being the large disintegrator books, but also the large plate does it too. Devoted. This could be problematic. Okay, so we're going to try this slightly differently. Actually, we don't have any of those. Interesting. Well, either way. Actually, with me not having those, I'm killing these guys first. Okay, so orbit 30. Orbit 30. No. Still have to approach him. See, that's actually slightly problematic. Because if he's approaching him, then he's getting closer to the devoted than this guy is. And if he's getting closer, that means they can hit him a little easier. And that's where I was running into issues. He's flying a little further away now. And he's going to speed that up. That might have been a mistake. Maybe not. Kate, nice for shooting him again. I don't know why they seem to hit him harder than him. He can't help him, and he can't help him right now, though. Hard to hit, and on top of that, well, one, also, I'm pretty sure it's just not allowed. You can use bombers. I don't think you can use bombs. You definitely can't use cloaks. And you might have to, well, you know what, your frigate can probably tank that hit, so it might be okay. No skin tank, you were correct. I'm a terrible person like that. Regroup you guys, orbit this at 1,000. You're both shooting, so that's good. Let's see what happens. Then I have to kill all these little dudes. All those all-star skins I bought for Erst, and I never picked myself up a Draug all-star. I think I sacrificed hobgoblins to these guys. It's probably worth it. No, or I just left them behind and it was not worth it. Either way. Woo! Dragonfly's living his best life. 35 million there. They're not super important. They only add up to like 100 DPS combined when you can use them, which is not all the time. You can only use 2 per character. So Nurgles, they're fairly important because you have 15 of them, but these guys you only have 4 combined. Good night, Ro. You have yourself a wonderful evening. If you haven't already, make sure you enter my draw. You do not have to be here to win it, so please do that. I know Ro was here a couple times I said that, so that's alright. Reload. Let's see what the next room is. This guy took a little bit of heat damage. Did I bring nanite? You have a nanite, I believe. Alright, what do we got? Velas. Velas are fine. You do, in fact, have nanite. I should be able to get some repairs in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Medium range deviant wear. Reduces DPS a little bit, but not enough that I really care. So let's just go over this. 2500, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Put some reps there, repair that, repair that, repair that, repair that. 1 and 3. And target him. Might have to cancel repair on his armor rep to keep him up to speed. And we are in range of this medium deviant, so you can watch these guys here. They will also go down, cancel repair, rep on him, repairer on. And you see that gap where they weren't doing a lot of damage because all of their drones died. Especially if they're after him because he went the wrong way, but he went closer to the medium range deviant. Shoot that and target that guy. I'm going to turn that rep back off and see if we can leave it off for a moment to repair. And now we have everything except the gun repairing. And he's going down in armor, but he's still got tons left. So I can cancel it like 3/4 and call it a day. If they even stay on him that long. Which they might not. Okay. That Hairwing's almost dead. So they're about to lose all their DPS anyway. And there it goes. Shoot that. Warp that at 1,000. Shoot that guy. Alright. This guy is fully repaired now, so I don't need that on anymore. Approach there. Now I could switch over to Occult, but there's 4 dudes left. There's no real need to. 25 million, slightly under average, but that's alright. Ooh, however, look at all that beautiful, beautiful 0-point condensate. That'll make some good ships. Okay, shoot that guy. Just gonna sit here on the gate. We're good. So I had tried this with a small battery, faction battery, of course, because they're not that expensive. But I found I still ran out of cap a little too much. Didn't like it, so I stopped using it. Okay, this guy's going to dock up there. Oh, nope, not yet. I lied. Okay, through the gate we go. I'm one run just a little too soon. Fealties, Lucids, it's not a problem. Don't care for you. These guys don't concern this. Stay away from blue clouds. Let's go down here. So here's the thing. You want to avoid things that make you take more damage. And I showed that a little bit earlier, unintentionally. I was screwing around and I probably shouldn't have been. But it's still important to know. So, I mean, it's not a terrible thing. Regroup if I haven't already. But more or less, it doesn't take a lot to tip the favor into their side for you to die. So if you can avoid being near a tracking tower so they hit you better, or in a blue cloud so they hit you better, or things like that, you're better off avoiding them. You won't be able to do it for everything. The Charybdis is, you might end up in a speed cloud. There's not a lot you can do about that. You might end up in blue clouds or blue clouds with tracking towers, and I have a feeling that's probably what's going to end up doing this particular setup in, but we'll have to see on that. I think the Overmind still might follow you, so you might be able to keep that out of it, but that still needs a little more testing. However, these have well paid themselves off. It takes a few hours for them to pay themselves off in tier 5s. Tier 6s they can work a little bit quicker in. This is not the fit I use for tier 6s. This guy definitely needs to be tankier, but that means that you lose DPS and time can become an issue. So tier 6s I had been running with the event boosters, and those helped. There aren't currently event boosters that will help anything other than defense. I could do the defense ones. That is correct. And then I could keep this, and then I might be alright. Forgot I had some of those. Okay, we've killed enough of these guys that we're not worried about the tracking tower anymore. This guy is going to focus on... Actually, we'll kill all the wardens first. So yeah, Imperial Defense Booster, I think it's gone up a fair bit in price, but 6% to all armor resistances, 6% makes a fairly big difference. You absolutely want to use those if it's an option. I think I have the Federal 2s. So I think I have these guys here, which isn't as much. It's, oh no, it's 6% to subcap armor reps. And my armor reps are built to be pretty beefy, so those help a fair bit. Okay, you're approaching that, shooting that. I thought you just killed that one, but that's alright, we're fine. Okay, you got that one. Welcome back in tempo. No, doesn't look like there's any content currently coming for me in the system, so it is something I keep an eye out for. $41 million there. So this one was closer to like that 100 million mark, but I mean that's average. I'm happy with that. I don't think I've seen a large unstable plate today, which is definitely going to be a highlight as far as this goes. Oh, that chaos. Did get a couple subs today. I did not make a sub counter yet. one sub today. Okay. Alright, I fixed that. Okay, shoot that guy. And that will be that hour's worth there. Which means you can dock up now. Dock. Dock. Reload. Reload. Okay, so... Not you, not you, not you. This is why I don't normally do it this way. 101 there. And you have approximately 480. So about 600 million with 18 million worth of, whatchamacallits? Mutaplasmids. Oh god. Definitely did not consider how much stuff I have to figure out for having a mineral bay there. Alright, there we go. So we're sitting about $1 billion-ish so far. No, more than that, never mind. If I were just starting, this would almost be paid off for at this point. So I definitely need more Mystic. Say 800. This is the point I normally like putting in more hard shell and all that. I like to have 1 in when I finish an hour, but I like to have 3 in when I start. There's no great mystical rhyme or reason to it. It's just how I like to do it. 1. Hot beans. So I have these Bean Boozled hot beans. Pair of ships are about 1.5 billion for the two. These are ever so slightly more, but not a lot. Because I made them to blitz this just a little bit faster. Pyro. So unlike my Hawks, these take a bit longer to pay off. But again, I just like using cheap filaments. Mostly because, and I shall show you that in just a moment, front to, nope, not floor, 2. And exile. Stack that. Ooh. Hmm? Okay, bad idea time. Got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. These ships have largely paid themselves off. I am not hurting in... Oh, also, I have extras. I'm not hurting in any way if these ships die. I have extra boosters. Does this give me shield resistance? Not shield resistance. This is armor. Need armor. No. Armor resistances on yellow. So I have 2 yellows that I can use up. I should save them for a time when I can run more. I'm not going to. You know what? I bet I can get 3 in, so let's grab a couple more of these. Now, the reason why I largely want to run this stuff is this. Now, you're going to be like, Loki, you're goddamn crazy. I mean, we all know that. This is nothing new. So, I have 104 Cataclysmic Darks. I might have a little more. I think I have a couple more saved up now. That's not how you spell it. Yeah, I've got a few more. And... Oh, yes, they were. And I have almost 800 Cataclysmic Fire. Cataclysmic Fire are worth 7.6 billion. The Cataclysmic Darks are worth 3.5 billion for 1/8 of as many. I've also got 1,500 Chaotic Darks, which is worth 15 billion. And I have 3,500 Chaotic Fires, which is worth less than half that amount for triple the amount of them. So I have a lot more of these to use up than I do these. And it's because generally firestorms are a lot harder to run. Okay, so you need to drop your stuff off. Wait, you don't have extra Proving Ground skins? I just like killing people in Proving Grounds. Here, I'll show you something, Contempo. Let's go this. Let's go over to this guy. Okay. Correct. So actually, I'm not 100% sure on that. When you transfer a character, does that character transfer with or without skins? Fires are also definitely challenging. For T5, T6, you definitely want max. So if you transfer a character and they transfer with skins, neither of you repaired, you have to do that. Then I could, but it's costing at least stinking... Well, first I'd have to get rid of a character that has skill points. And then it's costing at least the cost of moving it too, right? So I could potentially sell them, but they would not be cheap. However, at the same time, you know what's not running right now? Any Proving Grounds. Dungeon Healer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's bring these guys up. Bad idea time. Consume. Consume. I believe I said I want to use the yellow halcyon for a little extra tank. Okay, so I'm not super concerned about lookouts. Always concerned about knights. So we might have to see about that. How's your evening going, Dungeoneer? Or Dungeon Healer, rather than Dungeoneer. I mean, technically a Dungeoneer, I'm sure. Let's throw these on. Approach over here. Nope, that's not approach. Still not approach. There we go. You can just move ever so slightly. And bad idea time, we are going into cataclysmic firestorms. I don't fully recommend this in this current setup, which I'm not even running the current setup, but be aware these are challenging. I do have a couple things that give me essentially about an extra 8% shield resists, which will help. Okay, so for this, we can initially fly away. Extra repper on the nub. The wardens will be catching up first. That tower does not bother us so much. You definitely forgot drones, but we can get those when we go outside. Firewatcher is going to be high on the list, and the Sentinels are going to be high on the list. So the Lucid Sentinels are fairly slow ships. So if you fly away a little bit, it gives you an opportunity to kill these little ships. You're taking less damage, and you're happy about that. I know, right? And there were so many locable corpses out, too. Don't worry, there's still a few I wanted to get. So, one of my favorite things to do, but it didn't work for everyone. It only worked for, like, the less experienced pilots. There were ones where people were using fairly short-range ships, okay? So, they would come in, and I would be flying a Caracal, which had a longer range, and I would run away from them. Now, not everyone is savvy about exactly where this boundary is in the Abyss, okay? So some people knew where it was, some people didn't. So what I would do is I would fly directly at the boundary, which is the hardest way to see it. You do not see it until you're too close. And I would fly 20 kilometers in it. You might be like, wow, that's pretty far. You're probably going to die from that. They're active rep, I am not. I'm buffer. So that's fine. Essentially what I ended up doing was I ended up adding that to my DPS, which in most cases was more than enough to get through their active DPS and kill them. They were not generally happy about it. Okay, so we're getting further away. We don't want to. We want them dead. Oh man, the only problem is whenever I came across an experienced player, they're like, scrub, and they just murdered my face. There was no option there. Okay, these guys are well in range, and I'm webbed. But they don't have enough DPS that I care, so we're generally good on that. Once preservers... Oh, alright, well, we're going to kill the Watchman then. Thing is, that's the only preserver, so nothing else is fixing it up, really. What? Apparently something else is fixing it up. I'm wrong. Woo! Always need chips. Okay, let's grab this. Is 85 million. Not enough cargo space. This thing is super filled up with 0-point condensate, which I love. Shoot that guy and that guy. Drones can come back in. How much space? Oh, I still might not have enough space, actually. What? Ooh, it's not even a lot of cap boosters, so let's try it. Okay, we're good. Average 350 for 3, so 225, so about 80 a room is what we're looking for. Did I say this one was? 85? Looks about right. Okay, last two ships going down. Not dead yet. Let's go to the next one. Keep in mind that these cost me 20 million to run instead of 4 million, but still. Ooh, frigates. This could be interesting. Where's that at? Way too far. Is it too far away? It's probably a bad idea, but these are mostly spark lines. Let's go for it. Snares? There are a couple snares here. So I don't normally kill the snare casters first, but these guys have quite good tracking, and the snare casters are going to be in range pretty quick. And if I can get to this tower, we should be fine, and there's not a ton of spark lines on this one. Reps on you. Orbit this at 7,500 and kill Sparklines. Okay, so he has all of the reps right now. Echo, stop. Oh crap, did I do that? I don't think I did. Alright, give me one moment. I cannot do it right now because this is just a terrible, dangerous room. And this guy I let fly too far away. So, if you are not aware of what short-range deviants do, they do two things. They destroy missiles and drones. I am not flying a missile or drone ship, so I'm not super concerned about them right now. However, if you are flying a... You do not want to be near these with Hawks, and I love Hawks, so just be aware of that. However, they largely mow through these with ease. You want to kill the Lance if you're going to do this little thing, because the Lances have more EHP, and they generally don't die quite as quickly. Here, so we're pretty safe now. Let's go over to MooBot. Forgot to do an hourly. Let's create hashtag hourly. I'm still my first one, so that's okay. Hashtag hourly, create, and announce that that's open. Please enter that for a 100 millionist draw. And we'll just finish off these guys here. Approach the loot. These guys are mostly going to die on the way anyhow. They're going to take one shot each. No, they're not. I don't really even have to shoot them. Shoot that, approach that, should be good. And we aren't out yet, but we have 12.5 minutes for the last room in this Tier 6 Firestorm. Reload, turn that off, pop a cap booster. Ugh, pop cap boosters. What? God damn it. 113 million there. I don't, but I mean, some days it definitely feels like it. Throw this stuff over here. Throw this stuff over here. Jettison my 23 Navy Hobgoblins that aren't supposed to be in this thing. You approach the Hobgoblin jar. You loot this. 7 cap boosters. I think I want a couple more. So let's go 3 cap boosters. Open cargo container. I'm definitely using time I did not want to use for this. 3 cap boosters over there. Open this. You're going to grab the cap boosters. You're going to grab the drones. Oh, we got all of them. Thank goodness. And you're... Oh, that's it. Perfect. Stack that. Approach there. Approach there. Yeah, so I was not supposed to have drones in there. That was supposed to be dragged into here. I can fix that when I go to my Orca, so that's kind of nice. And activate gate. Activate gate. I'm actually going to be moving my computer soon over that way, where hopefully there will be less noise. Alright, 2 medium deviants. We might be able to get into the middle of them, but I kind of like the location of this one a little bit better, so we're going to go for that one. Go there, that's quite a few strike lance. There we go. Worst part is, I mean, it's not even a good spot for them to raise, but still. Shit. I've made mistakes, and I don't like them. This might be really problematic. Overheat. I might die. Mistakes were made. Pretty sure I'm dead. I'm dead. And it was rogue drones that got me. God damn it. Alright. There's the kind of things that can sometimes kill you. Unfortunately. I underestimated the rogue drones. I probably should have hauled them somewhere else. And boop, that happens. All right. Fortunately, I have more. That's okay. I know, right? They're one of the sneakiest things to kill you every single time. So we're going to close the hourly, and we're going to draw that up. Unfortunately, I'm going to finish a little earlier. Jules, congratulations on that one. Let's go over here, copy that. That's what I get for going into Tier 6 anyway. That's definitely my fault. IGS paste. Nemesis Arc, copy you. Over into here. Paste. And autolink character. Let's give you 100 million ISK there. Those guys sneak up on you every goddamn time. Every single time. Alright. So let's manage this one. We'll give you a moment to enter this one. Anyone can enter it. People who can win it, even if they're not here, that is perfectly fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to look here. See, there are definitely reasons why I think Tier 6 fires with those should be largely kept to an event booster thing. Maybe with enough work you can kind of make it up, but you have to make them more expensive than you really want to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards left. We are going to close that up, announce that it's closed, pop over to here. We are going to draw the winner, who is Code Jesus, and I think you're still here. Yay! Hooray! Yay! You don't have to be here, but I mean, it's helpful if you are. IGS Code Jesus. And let's go over here. Number between 1 and 17, please, Code Jesus. Copy that. Over to this guy. Select all, paste. Autolink character. It's unfortunate, but I mean, there's a reason why I recently purchased 10 more sets of Draugurs. Number 5. Alright, so this is the card he's after. Mythic Planeswalker, full art. We're going to throw that in the middle here. What we're going to do is we're going to shuffle this thing up. Make this a little bigger. Shuffle that up. Once it's a little bit shuffled here, and I'm convinced that Code Jesus isn't counting cards. Code Jesus, you can tell me when to stop shuffling. Now, there is obviously the lag between me seeing it and finishing up a shuffle and stuff like that, but generally he gets to tell me when to stop. His fate is mostly-ish in his hands. There we go. And card number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, here, just one second. Let me set this down. So, the other thing is here is the prize list for what he can get. So, there's 4 cards. So, here is his card. So, let's leave that there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. 11, 12. What do you think, Jesus? Do you think that's it, or do you think it's one of these? I mean, you don't get a choice. You don't get a switch or anything. 13. 14. 25% Jesus? You think you got it? You do not. You have a comment. So 150 mil for you, buddy. It was, so 17, 16, 15. It was 15. Your comment comes out. We're down to 16 cards for next time. You get, no, that's not it. You get 150 million ISK, Which, I mean, that's still nothing too shabby. There we go. Let's go over to here. We got your name here already. Give you 150. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5 billion? I meant 150 million. All right, there you go. That is sent off. You have yourself a wonderful evening. I don't have anything else for you guys right now. Well, I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. It's a little too late for me to start up some new stuff. Let's go over to Twitch. Not from that side, though. Twitch. Let's see who we have on here tonight. We have Rampage. We have Mr. Unlucky. I haven't rated Mr. Unlucky in a while. That's muted. Good. Got King Fatso. We've got... I think those are... Oh, Big Sudner. You know what? I haven't sent you guys over to Mr. Unlucky for a while, so we're going to go for that. Yeah, absolutely. I can do Jackdaws. Well, let's see. Draugurs are fairly popular right now, just because they're quite challenging and good. Yeah, I'm definitely sending you over to Mr. Unlucky. Raid Mr. Unlucky. But I can see possibly doing them sometime soon. We'll see. Is there anything... Well, I mean, you're probably looking for angel rooms. Angel rooms are always the thing that people are looking for those, just because they are challenging as balls. Let's send you over that way. I will see what I can do. I think I need to do a little more Nurgles and Draugurs first, but we will see about getting there. You guys fly fun. It's okay to lose ships. Try to get them paid off first. That definitely helps. These were. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you next time. This will be up on YouTube later. I'll have to put that I lost my poor ship. But that's okay. It happens. Have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you later.